back. It's ScreenBlast podcast where we talk films, movies, TV, all of it right here. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Find me on YouTube at Democracy. Joined alongside the man that's always doing something wacky, but he's not today. Oh, never mind.
Canine Biscuits. Now I just pointed at the screen. I'm breaking the fourth wall. It's you.
Was that? You just do the hell? Wow.
I hate you.
Germany's not gonna like that. Wow.
Put on your 3D glasses.
Okay, I was about to say that's very immersive.
Put on your 3D glasses now. You can if you get a 3D editor, you can edit this frame. You're woo.
No, I'm gonna make that a thumbnail for something. I don't know.
For their first family vacation, the Forgers travel to the snow-covered land of Freegis.
So I want to go back and just sort of not go back too far, but just we're not gonna have too many times where we talk about SpyxFamily on a cartoon chat.
Wait a minute, is this one of them foreign cartoons?
Yeah, it's German. But
oh, thank God! I thought it was Japanese.
But what are your thoughts on SpyxFamily in general? Just before we obviously get into the deeper review, because I mean, it's been so long. Like we said, we might not have too much to talk about it, but SpyxFamily, it's quite.
It's a very cute show, and it's very wholesome, which makes it even more shocking when they get back into the action of it, and then they remind you, oh yeah, people can actually die in blood in this show, and it's yeah, I keep forgetting about that part. But it's really surprisingly good. I love the family, and I love the family dynamic that everyone is pretty much lying to each other, and
yes.
they have to. It's there's a suspense of everyone keeping their identities to themselves, and Anya's just a very wholesome kind of protagonist. She's pretty much the not the audience's avatar, but mostly I guess the whole almost a narrator of it all. Not the narrator. It's she's
sort of.
Yeah. She's definitely
she's the heart of the show.
Yeah.
So a lot of it goes through her. She's also many times the glue that holds it together. She's centrally involved
because of her ability. She's the only one who's allowed to know everyone's secret identity.
Right.
And every main character kind of has its own secret. The brother who's secretly
even the
agent
dog.
cop.
Yeah.
Even the dog who can secretly see the future.
Yes.
But it carries a very good family dynamic. It's really wholesome. And then when it gets actiony, it actually is the spy portions are very suspenseful, and then the assassinations portions are actually very the action is very well animated for those scenes. It's a really well made show, and it's the best selling comic book series. Period.
It's a beautiful.
It's a better selling book than most of the our American. It's outselling a lot of our American comics.
I mean that's pretty normal. I don't think if you look at the comic sales of American comics, they're not doing they haven't been doing well for the past 10 years. Especially during the end of the Infinity Run.
Yeah. So
it's not doing too well. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, SpyxFamily is just as I think I told you guys years ago. It's SpyxFamily and Bluey together will meet. If you watch them both and you only watch them both, it'll make you want to believe in the family dynamic again. Even though obviously they're walking on the whole thing with SpyxFamily is they're walking on eggshells to keep everything fluid here, and Bluey is just a literal family. But if you watch both of those, it's man, you know what?
I think another show that has a great balance between that has a great balance between wholesome and realism.
Moral oral, yeah. Oh, you're not Christian. Go on.
Bitch. But is Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think if you want a more realistic approach of a family, especially a bit more grounded and some cynical, and very funny, not too wholesome. It's Bob's Burgers.
You get the cynicism in Bob's Burgers that you don't get in either of these two, but you balance them out. It's more cynical, more
Oh, go ahead.
More cynical, more dramatic in Spy Family, and then more what you would say just elementary in Bluey.
Bluey is just all around wholesome. Spy
Yeah.
Family is wholesome, but it has suspense with its drama and action. Bob's Burgers is just it's cynical and it's funny.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Spy Family.
But it's also its wholesomeness comes in surprises, like Bob's Burgers.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So again, once I jumped into Spy Family, I couldn't put it down. It is
You
so
finished,
enjoyable.
You finished all season 2 yet?
Yes.
Okay.
It is so enjoyable, and
The first episode is about yours ass.
outside of just your
I mentioned that the other time we talked about it.
Yeah, but again, it's a very fun time, and that just briefly, that's what I'll touch on there. But yeah, again, Anya's dynamic is so cute with everyone else, or at times it can be very stressful. Like you said, I love the choreography and the design of the action and the combat and the situations that Lloyd is in. Same thing, obviously, with why is the mother character blanking in my head there?
York?
Because you said ass. You visualized just
Her name's Ass.
her name. What's her actual name? Give it.
York.
Bring it. York.
York.
Yes, of course. So, but both of their situations are great, and so when you get to a feature film, all you want to really do is just have it. There's a lot of different ways that you can sort of design an animated feature film or just a television feature film adaptation, and I think that this executes it to a T.
I love that no one's really an underdog except for Anya. It's just Anya's the only underdog because also she's the main antagonist. She's she has to get better. But
Yes.
Twilight is just good at his shit. He's just very confident, and so is Yor. So that's what she's really good assassin, and that's what's fun about watching them because it's what I like about what I like to call these power fantasy movies like John Wick. You just want to see a badass who's just good at what he's doing, just power through everything.
Yes.
So whenever somebody is just doing amateur spy shit around Twilight, it's he just sees through all of it, and it's what the fuck are they doing? Or when someone is trying to hurt someone around Yor, and it's but she's just one smack, and she just can kill a dude.
So simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing to her. It's nothing to her.
There's something beautiful about the fact how it executes this visual that I think a lot of us when we're very young would also have wanted to visualize our parents necessarily as being the saviors of the day. When you have Anya on the train car and then she gets surrounded by these two on screen here because she accidentally ate the chocolate that had the little tech piece in it. And then Yor comes in. It's that's literally just a relatable my mom moment or something or parent moment of
I'm sorry, I'm my parents are so uncool to me. It would destroy my that would be a different world for me if my parents were cooler than me.
Even if you were 6.
It's hard to go back to that mindset.
Fair.
Because I think even at my age, I was always cooler than my parents. They don't know fucking video games.
Jesus.
They don't know video games. They don't know technology or anything.
I mean, they're still people. Oh my god.
They're uncool people. That's the difference. Oh my god, this show just came back.
Hey, welcome to
This show
ScreenBlast.
just came back into my mind.
Hey, just if you say how if is relatable now.
No. I'm about to tell you something.
You want me to pause?
No. Show just came back into my mind that you can this is a better version of this show. You know what show just came back to my mind? Spy Family is a way better version of Disney's The Replacements.
Yes.
Oh, you thought about that too?
I've heard this before. Yes.
I haven't thought about it.
You haven't said it, but a lot of people when this first came out was
really?
This is a better. It's yeah, Replacements is mid, guys. All right. I didn't even like Replacements all that much.
I didn't like it either.
It was now.
It was so fucking corny.
Yes. The
That's
gravity,
why nobody looks back at it fondly.
You couldn't feel the gravity of the situations because it was all played for just this lightheartedness. Whereas
and the rules suck. It's like
Thank you.
they have infinite money.
Oh my god, dude.
They have infinite fucking money.
Yes.
Replace everybody. Give everyone a better life. What the fuck? And then like I hate it at the end when it's like when they just want the original person back, and it's like, so we just took them out of their like better life.
Pulled them out, and then you're shoving them back into their yeah. It's thank you. That was one of those series where it was just like, this is on right now. God damn it. That's a little.
People look at it finally like, no, this show was fucking corny. I didn't like it.
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, Spy Family executes it way better. You mentioned the money thing. I do appreciate that. Whether you're in the series, I think they even mentioned it in the movie too. At like a moment when they're back at the base, where it's like, you know what you did spending wise, you don't have that much of a budget or whatever. Like I do love that. That's actually a thing that they constantly talk about. Of all right, like you can do this, but here's your. They at least acknowledge it. Now they have a lot of they're lucrative enough to allow a certain amount, but I do love that is something that they acknowledge because it makes it a little more grounded in this world that is still fantasy, but grounded to a degree of reality. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the long tangent. It was just like you mentioned it.
No, that's what we.
That's why
you apologize every time, but like that's what you do every time. That's how our podcast works.
Yeah. Podcasting.
It's like sometimes if I don't say anything, that's because I just agree.
What do you think of the poop? What do you think of the poop god? That was great. That was some of the best animation.
So that scene was like, in a way, suspenseful, but like in a way it was not meant to be for me.
Right.
Because I was like, oh my god, is Anya gonna shit her pants? It's about her to like, is she gonna shit her pants?
Right.
Like that's what like whole thought like, don't shit your pants. Please don't tell me please don't tell me this little girl just shit her pants.
Because they're like, release, do it. Like,
I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so gross. She's about to shit her own pants.
That is again. This is such smart writing. Of just like, what's a good idea?
By the way, one of the best animated sequences in the movie too
exactly. But I love that it's like, what is the situation? What is a ticking clock we can set up for Anya here? And it's just, I've got to take a shit. Like that's it. That's all it is. And like that's it. Like it's, the ticking clock of that. While obviously the other forgers have stuff going on in their own battles. So I love that it had enough gravity because of the threat of obviously the antagonists that just taking a shit was this big old situation. Like it was fucking hilarious.
I like the storytelling devices they use to make sure like so you don't assume the plot is another thing because when Anya eats a chocolate, my original thought like, oh, it's about like how they like made like a chocolate so good and it's like to keep that chocolate was to keep the peace between the people. But to make sure you don't assume the plot is that they let Anya come to that conclusion and she has an imagination about that story actually happening. So it's like, oh, that's telling you the audience like, no, this is not the story. It's something else.
Yes.
Like I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, it's just like
because we've seen plenty of plots where the plot device is like some insignificant thing that shouldn't be taken seriously, and then I thought like, oh, they're after that piece of chocolate or something about that piece of chocolate. I'm like, no, it's not the piece of chocolate.
It's no. Just a great journey, and again, because it's all about food. So you could have, if this was a simpler written thing, it would be about the chocolate. But it's about going after that one dish that they want to learn about, and then make the dish for the principal or whatever.
Fuck that dude who came in the restaurant and like he was like, I want that fucking cake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that fucking cake from you. Alright, fine, we'll play a game, and I won't give you all the rules. So, it's like, because he fucking did the game correctly, but then the other dude just, like, added more shit, well, I win.
Yeah. And then he can't, he also, that he would be able to defeat this army guy, but he can't expose who he is. Either.
Yeah. So. And, like, if he said, like, list the grams, Twilight would have did it, too, but he was like, he didn't mention that part.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I mean, honestly, I think Twilight, if he was alone, Twilight would just beat his ass.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah, no, different movie entirely. But I do love the fact that every time that they're in a moment of... the family moments are just as enjoyable as the action moments. And a lot of movies can't execute that. A lot of shows can't execute that. When they're debating, because... the Ferris wheel fight, I think is beautiful because it's just like, yeah, we've all been there, like, you know, or maybe not everyone's been there, but it's just like this adorable little fight between two characters that we all want to actually become a thing that.
That's what fucking anime movies tease you about every time.
Yes.
Like these characters that we're trying to ship together, they get like super fucking close, and then like, nah, not really though. We gotta get back to the status quo. Every fucking anime movie does that.
Yeah, yeah, and like we all know, that's the one thing about these movies that are in the middle of a series run.
What I mean is like every
sorry, go ahead.
Any like anime from a TV show movie does that.
Yeah. Just keeps it. You don't rock the boat. You know, rock the boat a little, but reset. Make sure that it goes back to get the pegs lined back up to where they were.
Now I think about it, like some of our American movies do that. I remember. I remember like Hey Arnold the movie. Helga was like really close to Arnold. Like, oh shit, they were like, she's actually out about it. She's about to like get with Arnold finally. And then by the end of the movie, no, I was just joking. I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, the only TV movie adaptations, the only TV to film adaptations that do that are when a series is already finished and then they're just adding on to that. They're closing the book essentially, or there's something added on, right? And that's it. Like, but when it's in the middle of a series run, it's always we can do whatever, but make sure to reset. Put that play with your toys, but then put them back when it's done. Make the room back how it was before because we got to come back to it again. So
at that point, it's kind of interesting, like, because like the formula of a TV to movie sort of TV show to movie adaptation. Yeah. So it's like the mystery is how do they get back to the status quo? And will they do it correctly?
Especially when you get to the Zeppelin, I'm like, I know that it's going to end in some way, but I'm like, all right, what is that? Yeah, like because it gets so big. How do you get back to status quo? How will you do it correctly? How is this? What is the journey here? How are we doing this? Okay, and that's so. Yeah, if that's how it becomes still fun while you're watching it, because you know that these characters, like you're there for the journey, you're there for the ride, not for the end goal at the end there, because obviously like we said with a running TV show, this is going to have probably very little impact. I mean, there are like 78 different Naruto movies. They have almost minimal impact to the grand story because they're just offshoots. There's like, we did a fun adventure with
the Pokemon movies.
Exactly right.
Ash is gonna get with Misty this time, we swear it!
We double dug, so I bet you. No. No, it's, by the way, that Gumball movie still, they keep saying it's, quote unquote, still in production.
It's not. It's just a new season at this point.
Good.
If you kept up with the news, it's going to be a new season. I think the movie at this point is canceled. They're just making a new season.
Good idea.
At least we're getting more Gumball.
Exactly.
I just want solve that cliffhanger.
That's all.
I just want more Gumball.
100%. Yeah, but
it's not about Gumball.
Nah. No, let's get back
Fuck
to
you.
Spy Family.
The fuck? All right.
But Spy Family, though, this Code White movie. By the way, I don't think I've said the name of the movie this entire episode.
It's in the fucking title.
Yeah. So
we're reviewing.
But Code White, I think, here's the thing about Code White is it also gives you, because I read a review.
What's the problem with Code Black?
So I read I fucking hate you. I read a review that said you're only gonna like half of this movie, and it's like no, and it was one of those pretentious sites.
Is it one of them non-Spy Family fans?
Exactly. And so but what's great is that they give you enough. This is the point of again TV show to movie adaptations is it explains to you what the situation is with all three characters.
Yeah.
They tell you. In the lead up, they tell you everything about what's happening with them, and then you get dropped into the situation. So this hour and 10-minute movie that technically is like an hour and 6 or hour and 7. I mean, let's say an hour and 4-minute movie. The first the 4 minutes of opening credits and then the exposition to inform you. Then you have 100 minutes with this journey. So they explain it, and then you're off on the ride. And I think that you're gonna have a lot of fun with this movie. Whether or not you're a fan, that's the fun of Spy Family. You're gonna love it, and it's a great thing. You could put this on Thanksgiving, and people would probably have fun with it. Like, I bet. Now, there are gonna be some people, what is that Japanese anime? We told you turn that shit on, but if...
Are you watching foreign cartoons?
But if you're, it's one of those shows that I think is very, like, Mark, like you said, wholesome. Yeah. That's what I can call it. It's a wholesome, awesome, fun time. And
cherry liquor real? Is it, like, non-alcoholic? Oh, it's not alcoholic. Is it good? After that cherry, like, it seems like a hard object.
I haven't tried it.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look up cherry liquor.
I mean, I have. So I think I don't like cherry as a flavor by itself, and I don't like liquor. Like, it's not my thing. So I'm sure it tastes good. I'm sure it's a good taste for the people that like it, but not a fan. So, but but Mark is the baker over here. So
cherry liquor. It's it's real, and it's like
Is it red? It's
red.
Okay.
I'm seeing like bottles, and it's like
Here, one second. Let me pull this up. Enhance. Ew, it's dark red. I was looking for the red, like the color in the show.
There's another one, like here's... Enhance!
Does it say... Wait, up above, does that say incognito tab, Mark?
No, it's just... No. I just like... It's not incognito tab, it's just like...
I'm joking. There was no one, I couldn't see it. I was... Alright, let's keep it moving.
I mean, you want to look up X-Men 97, Rule 34 again?
Oh my god. Never forget. Guys, check that out. And
check it out. It's not being uploaded. Fuck you.
Wait, when is it being uploaded?
Oh no, not that part.
The Rule 34 part is being uploaded?
No, we're not. I'm not keeping that part in.
Oh, well, you're missing out, guys. Mark looked up Rule 34 porn for X-Men.
This is a joke. And it's gonna make our guests look bad.
You were like blurry. And
I kept the camera on our guests. So this is gonna make our guests look bad.
It did look like it was his computer. All right. Final thoughts on Spy Family, Mark. What do you got? That was code
2 out of 10.
By the way.
2 out of 10. Awful. But
this is in my top 4 right now. By the way.
Is it better than If? Better than If?
If is no longer in my top 5, I should say. It's not.
Damn, you like it better than If? Okay. But yes. I don't know where it is in my top 10. If it is in my top 5, I gotta recalculate all my fucking entries right now. It's gonna be into my top 10 by the end of the year because it's wholesome. It's a longer episode of the show, but I really like the show. So it's a good fucking show. So it's satisfied. It filled my expectations. I'm satisfied with this movie. I really enjoyed it.
Nom.
Delicioso. Adios míos. But yeah, that's my only problem. There was like no Hispanic character being like adios míos.
I'm keeping that in, guys. This has been the ScreenBlast podcast. Of course, you can find us at ScreenBlastPodcast.com. You can find Blasting Trouble Reports, our video game-centric discussion, Cartoon Chat, the animation conversation, Mark and Bryan Have a Cow, the land of memes, the bag of memes, the land of commercials, and all in fun conversations.
Bag of memes and universe of commercials.
Appreciate you. I was missing the mark by like 2 degrees every time.
We're also gonna add another segment called Bitch. And it's just me looking at you, and it's like silence for like 30 seconds, and at the end of that 30 seconds, like bitch. That's what I'm saying.
Let's do a test run. All right, so it would be. Go ahead. All right, let's do a test run. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen him kill himself.
Guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you for coming. See you around.
All right, logging out, everybody.